Hello, my name is Frank, and for about 20 years I've been trying to figure out which foods would be highly beneficial for me, and I've been trying to avoid foods which I believe would be highly detrimental for me. What I plan to do with this series is to use my videos to help introduce people to the foods that I find are very beneficial for me. I figure if the foods are very beneficial for me, there's a good chance that the foods will be very beneficial for you too. So if you're looking for ideas on foods that are worthwhile, maybe my videos will help you figure out which foods might be good for you. I know that there's limitless food choices out there, and many of the foods that are out there are detrimental for people. What I try to do in these videos is present foods which I feel are extremely beneficial. Thanks for watching. Let's make some food. Well, today is September 19th, and I'm about to make one of my favorite meals. Primarily it's spinach, and to make the spinach taste better, I'm going to put the spinach on a bed of pot stickers. So I know that my pot here is boiling, so let's go ahead and make this meal. We'll get the pot stickers out of the freezer. Okay, where'd they go? So I've already used half a bag of my pot stickers. I used them probably last week, so that means I've got half a bag left. And because I've already used half, all I have to do is dump in this half a bag. It's a half a pound of pot stickers. They are chicken and vegetable dumpling organic pot stickers. Go ahead and get those into the water. Now these are already fully cooked. You can see right here it says that they're fully cooked. So it's not crucial that they hit 165 degrees Fahrenheit. If they weren't fully cooked, then it would be crucial that they hit it 165, and in fact I would probably target 170. But let's just see what temperature they do hit the way that I normally cook them. I wait until they've come up to the top. When they float, I've heard chefs say that when things like this begin to float, they're fully cooked. So let's put that theory to the test. Let's see if that works out here. Shouldn't take long. I'm going to go ahead and get a dish that I usually use for this meal. I'm going to grab the dish. Okay, so I've got a casserole dish here. Casserole dish that everything's going to go into. First I'm going to cook the pot stickers, and then we'll take the temperature of them just to see how hot they got. Then I'll cook the egg. I'm going to poach an egg, and then I'm going to cook the spinach. And once the spinach goes on top of the pot stickers, I'll put the egg on top of the spinach. And in between I'll be seasoning it with Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. So the ingredients that I'll be using are the pot stickers, some organic spinach, frozen spinach, and Lee & Perrins reduced sodium Worcestershire sauce. Okay, so some of them are starting to float. I'll go ahead and turn my thermometer on. Okay, so it says right now the ambient temperature is 73.8 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll set that off to the side. So I'd say about 2/3 of them are floating. 2/3 of them would pass the test that the chef has told me in the past. Once they start to float, he says they're done cooking. We'll put that to the test and see if it works. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling them out. Ordinarily, I'd be standing right where the camera is, so it wouldn't be this awkward to pop them into the plate. Okay, so I've got my pot stickers. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the flame because my next step will be to poach an egg. So let's just take the temperature of this one. It says it's at 103 degrees, so it's very much not at 165. So the only reason that I'm satisfied with this is again because the pot stickers said that they were fully cooked already. This one's at 144 degrees, 147 degrees. But the only reason I'm content with going ahead and cooking with eating these at the temperature they're at is because the package says that they're already fully cooked. Okay, I'm going to poach an egg. Gotta get the egg. Okay, I've got my egg. I'm going to take the egg over to the sink. I'm going to break the egg. And then we'll take the camera back over to the... how am I going to do this? Let's get the water swirling first. First we're going to swirl the water. So I'm going to take my spatula. I'm going to go into the water. Get a nice swirl going in my big old pot. Nice little vortex. Quickly we'll crack the egg. Okay, take the egg over to the vortex and drop it in the center of the vortex. Time is 5:41. So when the clock says 5:44, it will have been 3 minutes. Right now I'm washing my hands because I just had raw egg touch my hands. Okay, so now the clock says 5:42. 5:42. Just 2 more minutes. You know what? While I've got a minute or two to kill, I'm just going to go ahead and take another temperature of the... No, it's not going up. It's going down. I thought possibly the exterior of the it was conceivable in theory that the exterior of the pot stickers might have been so hot that they would contribute more heat to the center of the pot sticker and further cook it, but not the case. They're cooling down. So again, the only reason I'm comfortable eating them at the temperature that they've hit is only because the bag says that they've been fully cooked. So now the clock says 5:43. 5:43. As soon as it says 5:44, we'll go ahead and pull that egg out and put the egg into the area over here where there is no pot stickers. Oh, you know what? I could put my first layer of Worcestershire sauce. I can put it right on. I should have shaken it first. Hang on, let me shake up the bottle. Get some Worcestershire sauce right on those pot stickers. And this one's at 5:44. And that one's at 5:44. So it's reasonable to believe the time is 5:44. And let's pull that egg out. Gently scooping beneath it, hoping that the egg doesn't go in either direction. For the most part, some of it will, but hoping to get that egg onto my plate. There we go. Okay. Let's get our spinach into this water. Now the water is at a temperature of 170, 180, roughly 190 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not boiling. It's not super far from boiling, but it's hot. The water is definitely hotter than 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to get my spinach and my scissors so I can open up the bag. I've got a pound of spinach here, chopped spinach, organic chopped spinach. I'm going to use half a pound, so it's going to be half a pound of spinach with half a pound of pot stickers. Okay, we'll go ahead and pour in what seems like it might be half a bag. Take this over to the scale, weigh it on the scale. That's pretty close to half a pound. I'm going to see if I can get just a little bit more to fall. There we go. Okay. Stir that together. Hot water with the cold spinach. And let it sit there for about a minute. Let it sit for about a minute. Going to fold over the bag. Grab a clip. Where's my clips? Okay, big old clip for the bag. So now the bag is resealed. I'll use that probably within the next 4 days. So I'm not gonna be super concerned about the seal. Put that into the freezer. And that's probably been about a minute. So let's set up my strainer. Don't need to have all this equipment. If you've got a buddy who can hold your strainer, that would work fine, but let's get my straining equipment out. Okay, so what I've got here is a colander. Got little holes in the bottom. Those little holes are going to go over the drain in the sink. And I've got my $1 strainer, which is going to go into the colander in such a way. Again, what's really important is the strainer. The colander is just acting like my buddy holding the strainer in place. And further holding that strainer in place, the strainer is pressed up against this part of the sink so that the strainer doesn't fall in like that. So, strainer up against the sink, and then the colander up against the front end of the strainer. Let's get the spinach in there. So that I don't thermal shock my pipes, my drain, I'm going to turn on hot water. Let the hot water heat up the pipes gently before this hot water would do it in a violent manner. Okay, I'd say the pipes have been gently heated, so I can turn off my hot water. Okay, the pot has got no more water in it, so we'll take the pot over to the plate. And let's get the spinach out of the pot and into the plate on top of the pot stickers. So we've got some spinach that didn't make it into the strainer, and a little bit of egg that didn't make it into the strainer. Just getting that, spooning that into the, or atop the pot stickers. Okay, so now that the pot is empty, come back over to the strainer, get rid of any excess water. And let's get that spinach onto the pot stickers, flip it upside down. Okay, so now we've got spinach on our pot stickers. Shake up the Worcestershire sauce. Cover the spinach with the Worcestershire sauce. Grab a spoon. Get the egg up on top and break the yolk of our nicely poached egg. Mix that in with the spinach. And that is it. This is one of my favorite meals. Very healthy. The spinach, spinach doesn't have all that awesome of a flavor sometimes, but add it to the pot stickers, and the pot stickers bring a whole lot of flavor with them. And the Worcestershire sauce does too. That's it. Little tip, little thing to consider. The spinach will clean off easiest on the strainer. if it's still wet. If you let it dry on there, it might become much more difficult, but if you just hose off your strainer, before you sit down to eat, and grab a towel, kitchen towel, and rub it in there to absorb any of the water that was on your strainer. That's super easy cleanup on that strainer. Put the strainer away. I'm ready to eat. Okay, got some more time on the camera. Let's clean up this colander real quick before the spinach dries on it. Super easy cleanup. Grab a towel, dry it off. And that's ready to go back into its storage space. That's it. Have a good evening. I'm going to enjoy my dinner. Bye.